Go.
Hello, I'm Campagna, and I'm here to teach you how to stretch. Well, you may be wondering, why would I need to stretch? I can just go. Well, stretching helps reduce injuries, helps increase strength, and your athletic performance at any given moment. Not only does it help you get loosened up, but it also just makes you feel better whenever in any athletic competition. And so to start off with some basics, you'll want to start with standing stretches. And with standing stretches, usually the first thing you begin is straight leg. Straight leg is where you keep both legs together and your back of the leg straight, and you bend over to reach your toes, like so. If you cannot reach your toes, you want to reach for them as best you can while still keeping your legs straight, as shown here. You'll want to hold straight leg for about 10 to 12 seconds, or longer if you feel especially tight in the back of your legs, which is where you should also feel the stretch. Then you'll want to move on to something similar to straight leg, but with the variation of putting your right foot over your left. Then you want to reach down for your toes once again while keeping your legs straight as possible. And if you cannot, again, reach your toes, go for as far as you can while still feeling the stretch in the back of your legs. Then you want to switch and do the same thing as we have just previously went over, and reach for as far down. Again, holding it for that 10 to 12 seconds is usually just right. After this, you'll probably want to move on to something, say like spreading your legs and then reaching for each toe. And this really helps stretch out some of the inside of your leg. You want to hold it for 10 to 12 seconds. Once again, make sure your legs are to the side and you want to have them as straight as possible, and reaching for your toe. And then switch after a while. After you've done both sides, you want to go straight down the middle and really get a nice stretch in. Some people, instead of spreading their legs and reaching for the toes, prefer simply just to lean to the side like this and just really feel it. You can feel it really right here. Again, keep this leg straight while bending this leg down until you start to feel something stretching over here. Then you want to do that for both sides again. After that, you'll want to move on to something similar to quads, or as I call it, quads, where you lift this leg up, pull, grab it, and really hold on to your leg while keeping your other straight and stay balanced. Hold that for about 10 to 12 seconds before you switch and do it again. And these really are very basic. You can do more of them to flex yourself out. But in order to get a really, really good stretch, you'll want to move on to your sitting down stretches. First off, with sitting down, just like standing, you want to go for your straight leg. Again, you want your legs to be flat against the ground, just like as you're standing, you want them to be straight, except this time, you also want to keep your feet at a 90-degree angle in order to make sure you get the best flex in your calves and in your lower legs. So reach out, try and touch your toes, or keep your legs straight and reach for them if you cannot. Again, you want to hold this for 10 to 12 seconds. And then you want to move on to spraying your legs. So if you had not done this previously, standing up, you want to make sure you definitely do this here. First, then you want to reach to the right or left, hold for 10 to 12 seconds, make sure you still have that foot and leg at a 90-degree angle while still remaining flat on the ground. And then you want to make sure you do both sides to really even out the stretch. And then for down the middle, since you can either reach straight forward or you can reach to the sides. Either works, but as long as both legs will feel the stretch in that last one. Then you want to move on to each leg individually in something called hurdlers. Hurdlers, you move your opposite leg in against your other leg, which is still straight out with a foot at 90 degrees. You can kind of see a common trend here of a foot at 90 degrees that helps with proper running stride and form. And you want to reach out, grip your toe, and if you can reach your toes, the key is to keep trying to move your hand down just a little further on your toes. And again, you want to hold this for another 10 to 12 seconds before you have to switch and do the other leg with the same form until you really start to feel that stretch. And then you'll want to do what is called Hollywoods for the shape of the looking of the stretch. You want to place one leg over the other, and then the hand cross legs like this, and somewhat twist your body back into this position, and this will stretch the outside of your legs here, and it looks like a movie star. That's why we call them Hollywood. And you want to switch to the other side, again, hold for 10 to 12 seconds on each leg, or longer if you need to. Make sure you just really get a good stretch in with these ones, because often this helps prevent hip flexor injuries. And then, for our last stretch, it's called butterfly or Buddha, because of the shape that your legs look like. They appear to be in a butterfly shape. And you want to do is put both feet together, toes press up against your chair, hands on your toes, and pull into your body, while also trying to keep the outside of your legs down towards the ground. And again, you want to hold this for another 10 to 12 seconds. These stretches, again, will help you stay flexible, gain flexibility, strength, and help you in the moment of your athletic ability. Without these, it could be significantly harder for you to exercise, it will hurt more, and these help you recover faster. And thus is why stretching is important. And if you do these, you should be good for a long time. You're gonna end it?